What's good, people? So remember the last video I made on this here map? I said I gotta play it more often. Well, here's me playing this map more often. Now, will there be any more videos on this map? I don't know. But right now, I'm going through the curse that is every time I boot up Vigor, I see Descent and Fisk. So what I just told you was, in the future, be prepared to see a streak of Descent or Fisk. You've been warned. So, people, for this year match, I decided to not take out an M82, even though you know that's my go-to. I decided to take out its smaller brother, the G3. I mean, the G3 is basically a SCAR, and we all know how the SCAR feels. I mean, I'm getting PTSD from not Black Ops, damn. Battlefield 3 and 4. What's the SCAR in Black Ops? I think the SCAR H was in Black Ops. I'm probably wrong about that. But, hey, you all played that game too, so let me know in the comment section down below. Let's get started. So, the detector is hit, and then someone hits a comm station. Notice how the airdrop is right there on the corner of the map. Notice that. So we know where they're at, because, well, that's what people do. Run to a comm station, move the airdrop on top of them, and then sit still for the rest of the match. Why? Because airdrop. That's why. So all I'm doing here is I'm just moving about. There's a team up at the top who just unlocked the time safe, and that thing is right next to an exit. So I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, they leave. I mean, look at it. It's right there. Yeah. The container, however, is being kind of quiet. And given how everything is pretty much on the edges of the map, they all should be running straight toward here pretty soon. It's kind of like eating soup. You know how you go from the outside in? Yeah, that's what's happening in this here match. Or, that's what I think is happening in this here match, as I get glitched. That's why I had to do that just now. And I'm glad I unglitched myself, because this happens. You're probably thinking to yourself, Jet, you let that music play out for entirely too long. What the hell were you doing? You didn't explain anything. Well, you see me put on a transmitter, and I'll mark where the VSS is because VSS. You see I put on a transmitter. In my experience of dealing with teams, whenever you kill someone and their buddy can't find you, what do? They port. That's why I put a transmitter down, but he didn't port me. But he's still alive, and I know that because I didn't kill him, obviously. So he's going to be looking for revenge. That entire time, that music was playing in my head. That entire time. So that's why I didn't talk, and I let the video play itself out. There are some There's some heavy gunfighting going on over there. But it's kind of interesting that that gunfight, or at least where we see the gunfight, is not happening at the container. You would think that, it's teams, and a team would rush the container. And that's what I'm thinking right now. That's why I'm going right over here and looking in this here direction to see if anyone's running toward the container from that side of the map. The answer is no. As of right now. The answer is no. Now I believe when I peek around this here rock, there you go. The container's still closed. Okay, so maybe these two teams that are fighting, or were fighting, were heading toward the container, and then they crossed paths. That is probably what happened. But notice how the fighting is stopped. So that either means one or two things. Either the trio went to a duo, went to a single, and no one's around, or this.
So you are a killer. Can you stay alive now when you are a threat?
Alright, that's 3 people. 3. One guy who was across from me that we saw aiming at me. And other 2 people over here are killed. One more guy still alive, and now he knows where I'm at. Oh boy. Oh boy. I do not have the resources to stick around. I don't. All I'm trying to do is escape. Yes, I know I got an LA5 on my back. I know. But that guy knows where I'm at, and I can't sneak up on him. He can be anywhere. Hell, he can be in front of me right now. Especially considering how I'm paused right there, and I'm running forward. He knows where I'm at. So, why isn't he coming after me? Well, let's dissect the situation real quick, right? Those 2 people, the first 2 guys that shot at me, they both shot at me because they both seen me. But notice how the first guy aimed, then pulled the trigger. I square up against him, then his buddy pulls the trigger at me. So obviously they're on the same team. Cool. That's what I believe. I could be wrong. Who knows? But that third guy behind that hill, I don't think he was a part of that team. I don't. I think it was a trio and a duo, and the trio turned into a duo, and that duo turned into a single person. That's what I think happened. But you see, I am running out of breath, looking over my shoulder, anxiously, because this is an anxiety marathon. Oh, you don't know what that means? Let me explain it to you. An anxiety marathon is when you're running for dear life, and you don't know.
The plane is near. Get ready for the airdrop.
An anxiety marathon is when you're running for your dear life and you don't know who or how many people are still left in the match. But you know people are in a match. Jet, how do you know people are still here? Look at my threat icon. See how it's flashing red and white? If your threat icon is a single color and it stays that way, as in it doesn't flash, you're alone. And I proved that multiple times on stream. And no, I did not come up with that by myself. A viewer told me on my stream, and it stuck with me ever since. But hey, would you look at that? We're out of here. So who knows what that guy's doing, but hey, he allowed me to escape, so I'm not even mad. And as far as that team who were sitting for that airdrop, yeah, they got it. I'm not even worried about it. Not even worried about it. So people, did you notice this? In this here video, I didn't fire first at all. The first bullet was fired at me. I didn't shoot first at anybody. That's why it helps for you to go into shootout and get used to being shot at. It'll scare you, right? But then the process of where they at, where's the nearest piece of cover, that process will go a whole lot quicker. You have to get used to being shot at. You have to. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Until then, peace.